Hello my soil fam, this is Kay of Kayreneesgarden. We are out here in the garden and I just wanted to give a little update. Remember we were having the triple digit weather, so it has cooled down tremendously. So now we're like in the high 70s right now, which is perfect. All my plants are loving it. So I did want to share the damage that was done. Lord. So I did share on a short. So my mango was burned. Oh my gosh, you see that? My poor mango baby. So what I'm gonna do for that one is I'm gonna trim those burn leaves off. They're gonna come back. It's not like it killed the tree or anything. It just burned some of the leaves, and so I'm gonna trim that up. But it was saddening to see that. That is just terrible. Anyway, burn some of the leaves on the banana, but you know, the banana will be just fine. I'm just gonna prune off those dead leaves, and those are gonna be moved out into pots anyway. It's about 9 plants in there, so we're gonna be moving those out. My little avocado here, look at those burned leaves. Oh my goodness. So it's so many leaves that burned on this one, and mind you, these plants were super hydrated. I had mulch on there, and when I put my hand down in the soil, they were nice. The trees were nice and moist. The soil was nice and moist. So it wasn't a lack of water or anything. They just did not deal with that triple digit heat very well. So I'm going to trim some of the leaves maybe later on this evening, and then I'll trim some more another time. I don't want to do too much at one time, but I am going to take those dead leaves off the grapevine, y'all. Lord. So there are grapes up there, and you see that, you guys? I'm talking about it sent it into dormancy for me. It is burned. I mean, took that baby out. So it is some grapes up there, and they're not covered. So most likely, it looks like more foliage is gonna come in, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna use some mesh bags and cover up those grapes. Otherwise, the birds will eat them. So anyway, that was burned. Now, I don't understand how all these trees got burned, and this cucumber over here thugged it out real well. No burnt leaves, no nothing, and it's doing fine. So it finally started putting on cucumbers. I think it's about 4 of them on here. I just saw them this morning, you guys. Oh, there's one right here. Oh, one right in front of me, right here. I think there's a couple more. Oh, yep, one right over here. So it's a few of them on there, maybe 4 or 5 cucumbers that's coming on. But I'm talking about that plant right there thugged it right on out. And oh, the pineapple sage perked back up. There are some burned leaves right here over in the middle. Not a big deal. Pineapple sage, it'll be fine. And that soil was super moist too. It just did not deal with that heat well. So these peppers, they were super stressed. This bed right here where I had the okra, they had to come out. I just pulled them out. So that bed is empty. I put some table scraps, some eggshells in there. I think some orange peels, and threw some other nutrients in there, and some leaves. I am loving this weather, you guys. It is nice and cool today. The collard trees, they toughed it on out. They did just fine. I did have some cracking of the tomatoes. I think I shared that before, so I went ahead and, oh Lord, you see that? Collard tree falling over. Goodness, I'm gonna have to stake that. So I'm gonna get something to stake that with, because I don't want those to break off the tree. They are heavy too. So the peppers did fine. The squash plants did fine, although I did put a little shade cloth to kind of shade that one. I had an umbrella up to shade this one, but everything did okay. It was just my trees These were already dead, you guys. I'm just using that for shade, those corn plants. This okra plant decided to perk up and start doing something. It was loving that heat. My super bush tomatoes, it's flowers on there, but there's no tomatoes on there right now because I pulled them. But let me show you what loved it. Remember, I had burned up my goji berry leaves with the peroxide treatment, but you see that? All new foliage came in. So that's the goji berry. There's a couple of little goji berries on there too. But they did good. The moringa trees are loving that heat. You see how tall that moringa tree got? So that one is about, I'm going to say it's about 5 feet tall now. That's the larger one. My dwarf one over here, it's gotten a lot taller as well. So they did fine. And yeah, this okra right here has slowed down. So, but it is flowers on it and it's more okra coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I did have some eggplant in here that was turning yellow. So that means they're going into kind of an overripe state. So these two right here, so I'm going to pull those off. The Black Beauty has gotten bigger. It was loving the heat. And everything else did fine, so I'm so happy. It was terrible, you guys. That triple digit heat was terrible, but everything else did fine. It was just a couple of my trees, my banana plant, some of the leaves on there. The guava was loving it. My little nectarine over there did not like it. But now you see this, how it started to ripen, but it's super small. I just noticed that. So most likely it's too many fruit on that tree. So I'm gonna have to pull some of those small ones off. But anyway, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll probably pull them all off and then wait till next time to get more. But yeah, everything did fine out here. I'm so happy that I didn't lose a lot of my crop out here due to that heat. The lime tree is doing just fine. It loved it. But yeah, there were some plants that were out here super stressed, y'all. Like the ginger over here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it and see what that ginger's looking like down in the soil. Not gonna do it today, but I will check it to see if maybe I need to go ahead and pull it. They're still pretty green. I think it's just those tips there that are kind of burned, and it may just be from the heat. But because all the foliage was gone, I did notice I have a turmeric back there. You guys see that? That's turmeric. I said I had all kind of stuff planted in here, didn't even know. And I think there's a turmeric over here as well, not just the ginger. So there's turmeric and ginger there. The carrots, not sure how those carrots are doing with all that heat that was going on. But I'm telling you, it burned these jokers back. You see the grapes up there? So there are grapes. So, boy, oh boy. Remember, I couldn't even get in the gate a week or two ago, and I did notice that there's new foliage coming in on my on the raspberry though. So the raspberry decided to perk up. Remember, they were all dying off and everything. So new foliage coming in and down in the soil there. And over here, I was trying to rejuvenate some of the soil over here. So I just added table scraps, other nutrients, and covered it with plastic to keep it moist. That soil was dead, so I had to really saturate it and add table scraps and nutrients to it to bring it back to itself. So probably later on today, when I come out here and lock up the chickies, I will harvest those couple of eggplants over there I do have some cherry tomatoes over here that I need to pick. Oh, look at these beauties. That's actually a purple. Look, it looks pink right now. But let me see. I have some cherry tomatoes over here that I need to harvest. So they didn't mind all that heat. But yeah, so I'm glad that it cooled down. It's supposed to, the weather is supposed to get, or the temp is supposed to get even lower towards, I think, the end of next week. So that is a blessing because this heat was terrible, you guys. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and allowing me to take you around to share the damage and the good in the garden. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Again, I am Kay of Kayreneesgarden, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.